like we know what we're doing.
Compressors are working overtime.
Well, they did up their cars quite a bit. get up there soon. That's the old one. That's everybody.
Test 1 2, test 1 2. Can everybody hear me? I think that's a yes.
It works.
I think it. Thank you. Good afternoon, and welcome to the commencement ceremony for the Continental High School class of 2020. Continental Board of Education, school staff, distinguished guests, parents, and family and friends, thank you for taking the time to witness and celebrate this special day of the class of 2020. And this, I would say, is a special day. Although many have to watch from afar, we appreciate them being with us today. There is nothing normal, as you can see, about this graduation. I want to take a moment to thank the Continental community, the fire department, the police department, the EMS, for their support of our students in this unprecedented time. Let's hear it for them. Seniors, you are the first generation born after 9/11. You grew up during the Great Recession, as they call it. You are now graduating high school and beginning life as an adult during the largest pandemic we have seen in over a century. You can say that you are the unluckiest people in the world. I would say you are one of the luckiest. Although none of this has been truly enjoyable, there are positives to take away from these experiences. This has made you tough. It's made you resilient, committed, determined, and created a resolve in you to be the best that you can be in spite of the circumstances around you. The world has pushed hard against you. I challenge you to push back. The spring of your senior year was cut short, but your memories you made inside the halls of Continental High School were not. I wear my orange and black tie today. Yeah, just a little pun on Governor DeWine and all his ties. To help me remember when I was a senior in high school. These were my school colors. I was a Bettsville Bobcat. 34 years later, I am still fond of the many days I had in high school. You have also created a lot of great memories. Take those with you. Allow them to be a part of you, and always remember that you are a pirate. This is a graduation we may never see again. This is a memory for a lifetime. Be proud of where you came from. Be proud of the accomplishment you are having today in graduating from high school. But most of all, be proud of the path that you have set forth and are forging ahead to make your dreams a reality. Go out, find your path, but don't forget the roots that have started with being a pirate. Always hashtag be proud to be a pirate. Congratulations, class of 2020. I'm very proud of you.
Well, this is really cool. This really is. I am so happy that all of you could come out today. It was hard for me not to get choked up as you all pulled in the parking lot here. I really do mean that. This has just been one heck of a 9 weeks. It's been quite the ordeal to get this thing planned. But just seeing it paying off and seeing the smiles on those 30 faces as you guys came into that parking lot today, it was worth everything we went through to get to this point. So I'm just so happy we're here. Let's get this show on the road here. This is usually, when we start a graduation ceremony off, I like to recognize all of our distinguished guests. Usually I have the Board of Education and people like that behind me, and I'm real nervous about saying everything right and doing everything right because all the bosses are right there behind me. But they're not here today, so I can kind of do whatever I want, right? It's kind of how I figure it. I'm sure none of them are listening in. I do want to start, though, by thanking the Board of Education. Their trust in us has been phenomenal as we've led through this time period that we've gone through. Their leadership, as they make the decisions, they tell us kind of here's how things need to work a lot of times, but then they know that we can execute the plays that they call for us. So their leadership in this unprecedented time has been great. Just want to thank the Board of Education. I really want to thank Mr. Kissel, all the support he's given and assistance in planning this whole thing. There are many, many teachers who are not able to be with us here today, but have been very instrumental behind the scenes. A lot of planning, a lot of effort has gone into this. A handful of them are here today providing some of the services that we need to get this show on the road. But all the teachers and all the support staff, all the custodians, the bus drivers, all the secretaries, all the work they've done, I just want to make sure I take a moment and thank them here today. I told the seniors on Friday during our graduation rehearsal that while it might be easy to think that their graduation isn't what they dreamed it would be, the Continental Fire Department, the Continental Police Department, the Continental EMS sure made sure that this was a graduation that would be like no other. So I do want to make sure that we thank them. That escort down Main Street is something I think you seniors will remember for a lifetime. Finally, I want to thank the parents and the graduates of the class of 2020. You were incredibly patient. You were incredibly supportive. I know there was a lot of anxiety. What are we going to do? When are we going to do it? We were not able to give you information as quickly as we would have liked a lot of the time, but the support and the patience that you gave all of us was just outstanding. It's really great to be in a community like this and know the support that we have from our kids and from our parents. So thank you to the parents and thank you to the graduates of the class of 2020 as well. All right, as we celebrate commencement today, we're going to have the opportunity to hear from 3 students in the class of 2020. Our first speaker is going to be one of our honor graduate speakers. This student is graduating first in the class with a GPA of 4.0. This student has left her mark on school in many ways. She was a 4-year varsity basketball player where she was captain all 4 years. Addie holds the record for steals in a career and assists in a game. She was also a 3-year varsity soccer player and led the team as a captain during her senior year. Addison is a member of the CHS National Honor Society, holding the position of treasurer her junior year. She has been a student council representative all 4 years and served as the vice president the last 2 years. I'm going to talk about you here for a little bit. Is that okay? Okay. Addison's future plans include becoming a Bearcat at the University of Cincinnati, to major in operations management and mathematics, and also join the Air Force ROTC program. I am also pleased to announce at this time that Addison will be receiving 2 additional awards today. Addison has been selected by the faculty and staff of Continental High School as one of our outstanding seniors, and she will be receiving an award from the Lions Club in just a little bit. In addition, Addison has earned the President's Award for Academic Excellence. The President's Award is given to students based on a combination of grade point average and ACT/SAT scores. I would like to read for you a portion of a letter that Addison has received. Congratulations to the recipients of the 2020 President's Education Award. Our nation will soon look towards the future leaders for guidance, and I am confident that they will continue to build a stronger and more prosperous future for our great country. The First Lady joins me in applauding the educators, administrators, parents, and other community leaders who have been there every step of the way to encourage and uplift these bright young men and women. As these talented students pursue their dreams and passions, we send our best wishes for continued success. Keep up the great work. And the letter is signed President Donald Trump. Addison will get a copy of this letter as well as a certificate when she receives her diploma in just a little bit. Without any further ado, and at this time, it is my pleasure to announce our first honor graduate speaker, the daughter of Jamie Army and Josh Army, Miss Addison Army.
All right. Can you hear me? Are we honking? Everyone? Okay. Okay, good afternoon. I hope everyone is staying healthy and keeping busy during these long quarantine days. I know this may come as a surprise, but I personally am not a fan of being stuck in the house with my 5 siblings. I'm sure a lot of you guys have gotten tired of being around one another, even if you haven't admitted it yet. But jokes aside, we can recognize that this pandemic has had an effect on everyone's lives in some way. However, I think it is fair to say that my classmates and I have been impacted in huge ways. Even though graduation has not happened exactly how we'd all imagined, we can fortunately admit that this situation has taught us an important life lesson and allowed us to grow into even stronger individuals, ready for life ahead. I'd like to take this time on behalf of my class to recognize and thank everybody who's helped us complete this journey. Thank you for remaining by our sides as we navigated through the ups and downs of adolescence. Thank you for remaining. Oops, sorry, just kidding. We'd also like to express our appreciation to parents and siblings, teachers, our community, and especially Mr. Eating and Mr. Kissel for making it their priority to make this experience as memorable for us as they could. 14 years. That's how long we've been waiting for our day. Our big day, the one where we are finally rewarded with the thing we have been working towards our whole lives. Up until this moment, we've only had one major goal: to graduate from high school. Sure, some encountered some obstacles along the road, like the big rock in Mackenzie's driveway, a deer or 2, or 3, or 4, Reese, the bottom of a ditch on Road E, or a stop sign that just appeared out of nowhere. And Sage, we all remember when you drove into the wrong lane and were driving against traffic. Anyways, my point is, we have been waiting for and working to earn this day since we first walked into preschool. Now we do not get the same celebration and climactic ending that other classes did and that we had all hoped for. However, I know my classmates, and I know that we can take this situation and make the best of it. Although we might be the worst driving class to ever graduate from CHS, and that's saying a lot, people will instead remember us as a class that demonstrated determination and a little bit of stubbornness as we accomplished the same feats as those before us, despite a global pandemic. As we begin to slowly get back to old life and return to reality, my fellow seniors and I will bring with us this important lesson: to find our own individual ways to be essential. Now, I know you guys are tired of hearing the word essential, but just hear me out. The other day, I read the letter I wrote to my future self in Mrs. Allen's 6th grade class. Then I immediately regretted it. because it just reminded me of how cringy I used to be. It's probably pretty bold of me to assume I'm not cringy now, but I'm going to anyways. I had begun my letter with, "Dear Addie Butt, I always had fun in preschool and kindergarten. We played games almost all day long. I sure miss those days. Keep in mind that this was 6th grade Addie, and if she thought 6th grade was really that tough, I'd hate to be the one to tell her that it really only gets tougher." Reading on, I came across the word indelible in a sentence. And I worry that I've actually digressed over the years because now I have no idea what that word means. I concluded my letter by stating that I would like to major in teaching. Now, from my older and wiser perspective, I can confidently say that I would not like to be a teacher due to the risk of having to put up with a class like mine. No offense, guys. On behalf of the class of 2020, I would like to recognize and apologize to all of the teachers, coaches, and staff who've had to deal with us and our scheming throughout our time here at CHS. You guys have proven just how essential you are during this social distance learning experience. I have seen firsthand how much time and effort you choose to devote to us and our education, like recording our own video lessons, posting famous shout-outs, shout out to Mr. Stegg, and encouraging us all to find the silver lining in this special situation. As we begin a new chapter in our lives, we will remember this devotion and use it as inspiration to find our own ways to be essential. By essential, we mean necessary and important. We mean being enough to make a difference in the lives of others. Whether it's through a hard-earned college degree, a position in the workforce, or service to our country, we will hold the significance of making a difference that your actions have taught us. In all that we do, we will hold in our hearts the ways the essential figures in our lives, which include teachers, parents, grandparents, coaches, siblings, and classmates, have made an impact on us and promise to do the same with our own bright futures. So I actually did look up the definition of the word indelible. It means not able to be forgotten or removed. In 20 years, when we look back on our senior year, we will not remember the sketchy school lunches, and we will not remember the complete and utter terror we felt when we found out the test we were about to take was not on Quizlet. What we will remember, however, is the way we were able to bring the whole country together during uncertain times. I've been watching some of the graduation commencement speeches the celebrities have given on our behalf, and the support and encouragement they exhibit truly amazes and inspires me. Every single one of them genuinely believes that we will come out of this and we will make a difference in the world. People trust that if we can make it through times as tough as these, we can do anything. We are being challenged to find that silver lining, to embrace positivity, and prove just how essential we can be. Guys, the whole country is rooting for us. We, the CHS class of 2020, can choose to let this broad platform of support inspire us to be essential in our own unique ways. We are the originals in this way and can say that our senior year has certainly been indelible. Thank you. I have a quick announcement before I go. I know toilet paper is hard to come by these days, so if you need any, you might find some in Mr. Eating's yard.
Yeah, we'll come back to that in a little bit, Addie. All right, our next honor graduate speaker is also graduating today with a cumulative GPA of 4.0. Kennedy has participated in 3 years of varsity volleyball and 3 years of varsity softball. She has earned PCL and district honors for her athletics. Kennedy is president of the Student Council and the treasurer of the Continental Chapter of the National Honor Society. She has also been the lead organizer for community events such as Leader Saves Lives blood drives and a community clothing drive. Currently, she is a full-time College Credit Plus student at the University of Findlay. Kennedy plans on attending the University of Findlay after high school, majoring in nursing, and then continuing her education to become a nurse practitioner. At this time, I'm proud to introduce the daughter of Jim and Tammy Hiltner, Miss Kennedy Hiltner.
Hello, I promise to keep this short because I get tired of hearing myself talk sometimes too. But first, I want to say how much it means to me that our faculty did not give up hope on a real graduation. They put in countless hours of work into making this a successful day, even if it's not what we imagined. I speak on behalf of all of us when I say thank you for allowing us to have this special day together, even if we're 6 feet apart this time. Thank you. Our high school careers have taught us how to deal with hardships and allowed us to learn life lessons at the same time. COVID-19 is clearly the biggest event we had to face as a class. This time has been so hard for many of us in numerous ways. However, I want to focus on all the good that has come out of this. This has helped our world to slow down and show gratefulness for everyone around us. If any of you have noticed like I have, us seniors have had an incredible community who have been so generous to us. They make sure we don't miss out on anything more than what we have to. And I want to give a huge shout out to the fire department who lit up the schoolyard for us, the EMS and the police department who escorted us here today, all the people that were out on the streets. It was incredible. And the staff, especially Mr. Eating and Mrs. McIntyre, for still putting up with us. And lastly, our moms for putting us up for adoption and everything else that they do for us. They too were stressed during this time, but they stuck it out for us. The point of all of this is to show how involved and kind our community and many others have been. People are giving up their time and money to help us feel the love from Continental and surrounding communities. I can't believe I'm quoting LeBron James here, but he gave a short speech that moralized what I'm saying. And this might get across a little better to the boys. He said, "Class of 2020, I know the last thing you want to hear right now is stay home. That's not my message to you. My message is to stay close to home. Maybe not physically, but in every other way possible. Pursue every ambition. Go as far as you can possibly dream and be the first generation to embrace a new responsibility, a responsibility to build your community. Class of 2020, the world has changed. You will determine how we rebuild, and I ask that you make your community your priority. Congratulations, Class of 2020. This is the lesson to learn. Slow down and appreciate life and those who are in it. Have a kind heart and ask what you can do to help others. This will make a lasting impact on them, as it has for us the past couple months. Pay this kindness forward to our community and beyond. Congratulations to everyone, and I hope to see you all in the near future."
Thank you, Kennedy. I do want to take just a moment here and address probably the one big thing that we weren't able to do with this ceremony, and that's the senior slideshow. Thankfully, we were able to put together a senior slideshow for the graduating class of 2020. That slideshow is currently posted to the district's website, so you can view it there. The other thing we're going to do is right here in the middle of the parking lot, Mr. Schmidt is recording. Not only is he live streaming this event today, but he's recording everything that we've done. And so he is going to be putting together a DVD, a memorable commemorative DVD for everybody. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. Just be patient with us. But we'll get that done, and we'll get that sent out to all the graduates as well. The senior slideshow will be on that DVD as well. But you can watch that from your car now. You can watch it later. You can watch it while your classmates are getting diplomas, but that is available for you, and it is something we'll be able to publish. I want to take a few moments here and recognize 3 special groups of students that are gathered with us here today. And I think we figured out how to do the applause without clapping, and those horns are coming in handy, so we're going to use the horns here for a little bit. The first group of students that I want to recognize is the members of the National Honor Society and the National Technical Honor Society. Those students are Addison Army, Macy Collier, Justin Etter, Kennedy Hiltner, Alexis Heffel, Katie Keller is a member of both the National Honor Society and the National Technical Honor Society. Gannon Proant, Carson Proant, Carrie Proant, Mackenzie Rail, and Kaya Wiggins. I also would like to recognize our honor graduates at this time. To receive the honor graduate medallion, students must have earned a cumulative GPA of 3.35 during their 4 years of high school. This is a longer list, so why don't we hold off on the horns until I get through all 17 names. Addison Army, Trevor Brett, Olivia Coble, Macy Collier, Braden Dockery, Justin Eder, Kennedy Hiltner, Alexis Heffel, Andrew Johns, Caitlin Keller, Michaela Mays, Carson Proant, Carrie Proant, Mackenzie Rail, Natalie Spicer, Wyatt Stauffer, Kaya Wiggins. Let's hit those horns for that group. The third and final group I want to recognize are those students that have earned a State of Ohio Academic Honors Diploma. These students have exceeded graduation requirements and must meet strict standards set forth by the Ohio Department of Education that include a combination of high-level coursework, college and career readiness tests, and real-world experiences. Students earning the Academic Honors Diploma have a seal affixed to their diploma for earning this high honor. The students from the class of 2020 that have earned the Ohio Academic Honors Diploma are Addison Army, Kennedy Hiltner, Michaela Mays, and Mackenzie Rail. Our final speaker for the afternoon is the class president, Mr. Justin Eder. In addition to being the senior class president, Justin is also the president of the National Honor Society. Justin has been on the honor roll throughout his high school years. He participates in the band and choir. In the summer, Justin works for Sand Ridge Excavating. He is very involved in his church, the Family Christian Center, where he plays in the youth band and is part of the youth leadership group. He is a member of the Continental Drama Department and was chosen for the role of Jack Kelly in the spring musical Newsies. After graduation, Justin plans to study musical theater and chorale education at Bowling Green State University. Justin will also be receiving an additional award when he receives his diploma in just a little bit, as he is the male recipient of the Lions Club Outstanding Senior Award for the class of 2020. As I said about Addie a short time ago, the Lions Club sponsors this award each year, and it is given to the most outstanding male and female student in the senior class as voted by our faculty. This is an honor that both Justin and Addie should be proud of. At this time, I would like to introduce the son of Todd and Carolyn Eder, Mr. Justin Eder.
Good afternoon. I am very grateful to have this opportunity to speak with you today. Leading up to this day, I have reflected on our senior year, and the only feeling I can muster up is anger. And then I thought, why am I angry? No prom, an unusual graduation, no spring sports, no spring musical. I mean, what is there not to be mad about? This really stinks. Nothing can make it better, so let me just sulk in that pain. Wait a second. This is ridiculous. In this moment, we have two options. We can be idle and let the situation halt our lives, or we can be proactive and still press forward. I have seen this class year after year having to face difficult challenges in classes, sports, and all aspects of their lives. And every time, we chose to be proactive. I have seen this class excel in sports in ways unexpected. Our class has always put our academics high on our priority list, and it shows through every single one of us. As I have been in many music-related programs at this school, I have seen the hard work and talent put in by many of you. Our class has always chose to work hard. I applaud all of you for that. It is very evident that we have a class of leaders. The hard work of the silent and loud leaders of this class have spread throughout the class to create an atmosphere that gives no room for idleness. So thinking back, I have decided there is no good reason that I should stop being proactive in this time. So now we are finally at the stage of our lives where we can find new freedoms, something that we have been striving for our whole lives. The freedoms we have today are thanks to the people before us who have been proactive. So I hope and pray that this generation will continue to be proactive and fight for the freedoms God has set aside for us. Seek jobs that fuel your freedom. Use your hobbies to expand your freedoms. In everything you do, be proactive. Proactivity is what fuels our society. All of the greatest progress in our society is only achieved through the proactivity of great thinkers. I firmly believe this is a class of inventors, great medical professionals, engineers, and much more. Our ability to bounce back gives us the chance to make a large impact in the world around us. So go and work, have fun, make memories, but most importantly, be proactive. Thank you.
Thank you, Justin. Great job. Graduates, I know that this has been a tough senior year. You did not know when you came to school on March 12th that that was going to be your last day of walking the halls of Continental High School as a high school senior. You did not know that you had competed in your last event on the athletic field. You did not know that you'd performed in your last musical or attended your last school dance. I know this probably is not the ceremony that you thought you were going to get today. But as you sit here and as you listen to me go on and on before I hand you your diplomas, I want you to take a few minutes to think about all the positives that you do have in your life. Look at the people in the car with you right now. You all have great families. Think about those faces lined up and down Main Street today, the firemen, the policemen, and think about this wonderful, supportive community that you come from. You have teachers, you have coaches that care about you and have agonized over just how much your senior year has been disrupted as a result of the events of the world. And be thankful you have your health. We don't need to look too far for examples of why that's important to us today. You have a strong educational foundation. That foundation will lead you into the next phase of your life. For many of you, that's going to be off to further school. Some of you, that may be into the workforce, but you have been prepared for this moment. Seniors, as you sit here today, realize that this is probably the last time that all 30 of you will be together in the same place at the same time. Savor this day and savor this moment. For some of you, school has been a great experience. You can't believe it's over. You don't know what you're going to do tomorrow. For others, you're anxiously counting down the minutes until this is over so that you can get on with the rest of your life. This graduating class is full of many unique and talented students, and it has been a pleasure watching you grow up and learn from your successes and your failures. I have different memories of all of you, different experiences we've been through together, but I do want to take a few minutes just to give a very quick story about this class and give them some important recognition that I believe they deserve. You see, I think that the class of 2020 at Continental High School is one of the most caring classes that has ever graduated from this institution. This class showed their level of compassion and caring in many different ways. But the one story that I think best sums up just how much this group of students cares about others deals with the recent COVID-19 crisis. We've all seen in recent weeks and months that the news stories about shortages, grocery stores can't keep supplies on their shelves, the supply chain has been disrupted. Well, this class, and again, I'm certain that it's because of how much you all care, you made sure, as Addie said a little bit ago, that your principal would have more than enough toilet paper to get through this crisis. For those of you who don't know, many members of the class of 2020 visited my home under the cover of darkness, and I think they did that because they didn't want my neighbors to know just how much toilet paper they were bringing me, because they didn't want people lined up at my door asking for handouts and things like that. But under the cover of darkness, they brought me more than enough toilet paper to see this thing through, and certainly my share of plastic forks that will get us through many family picnics. And again, that's just an example of how much they care for their old principal up here. Thank you, seniors. As I finish up my part, though, I seriously want to say that whether it was seeing you in the cafeteria, watching you in athletic competition, attending drama productions or concerts, I have enjoyed our time together, and I will miss you very much. Graduates, please know that I not only speak for myself, but I speak for the entire faculty when I say that we are proud of you, and we wish you nothing but the best as you leave us here today. My hope and prayer is that you find all the success, peace, and happiness as you move on with your lives. You have the potential to do great things and change this community and the greater world for the better. My last piece of advice, remain true to who you are, remember where you came from, work hard, and have faith. Faith in yourself, faith in your family, and faith in God. Seniors, congratulations and good luck. Each of the seniors gathered with us here today have successfully completed all requirements contained in Ohio Revised Code and set forth by the Ohio Department of Education and the Continental Local Board of Education to earn a high school diploma in the state of Ohio. We're now going to have a transition period here, and this is going to take us a couple minutes because we have to move video cameras and computers, and Mr. Kissel and I have to get in there, but we're going to transition into the gym so that we can do the presentation of diplomas. As we previously announced, we're only going to be taking one graduate and their guests into the gym at a time. Please do not enter the gym until the graduate ahead of you exits. We'll have people helping you kind of figure out how this whole process is going to work. We have some tape marks over there on the door. Mark and Mrs. Swanger and a couple other people are standing over there. That's the door you're going to go in to go into the gymnasium. After receiving your diploma, please come back out here, because we will have one more, we'll do the turning of the tassel and all that stuff out here in the parking lot as a group once everybody has received their diploma. If you would like, I sent out a text about 1:45 that had the link to the live stream that Mr. Schmidt is doing. We're going to go into the gym. Those of you who are out here in the parking lot, you should be able to pull that up and watch your classmates receive their diplomas while they're in the gym, okay? So give us just a few minutes here and we'll make that transition. Reese M. Backhouse. Noah Gerald Beecher. Trevor Ed Bright. Olivia Marie Coble. Macy Ann Collier. Brady L. Dockery. Justin Todd Egger. Kennedy Clarice Hiltner. Alexis Paige Heffer. Andrew J. Johns. Sage Sequoia K. Caitlin R. Keller. Michaela Roseanne Mays. Dalton J. Palmer. Gannon Travis Prowan. Carson Michael Prowan. Carrie Melissa Prowan. Mackenzie Marie Rail. Trevor M. Rail. Jason Matthew Shepard. Zach,
One more now. All right.
Zachary Ryan Shepard.
Way to go, Zach. Way to go, Zach.
Way to go, Zach.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks.
This is really nice. I appreciate it. This, I think we need to do this. It's not bad to do that. Yes, this is very nice.
Natalie Renee Spicer. Wyatt Joel Stauffer. Dominic Lane Tice. Angelica V. Vasquez. Randy L. Vickery. Kaya Leanne Wiggins. Addison Jane Army. kind of making things up here for this last little part of this last little closing. So Justin, who's your class president, is standing out there in front of you. The last thing I'm going to say, and then Justin's going to lead us through the rest of this, is, ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor and pleasure to introduce to you the newest set of alumni of Continental High School, the class of 2020.
When we were inside in the last part, we lost our thing.